because I can't see with TOS open. It pulls up the whole thing. But yeah, and then you can just scan. You can make it show less if you want. It show 20 by volume descending. Then you scan it. It should pop up here in a second. Takes a second.
Wait, so these are all settings you can use on the TradingView scanner as well, right?
I don't think you can use these on trade. I mean, you may actually be able to. I don't think there's that many.
What about on FinViz?
You should definitely be able to use it on FinViz.
Okay.
Yeah, as long as it has all of these that you can actually plug in, you should be good. Well, it's taken 12 damn years to actually scan. It pulled up the big one earlier. Yeah, we don't want to do that many. There you go. And then you have stuff like VTS popping up, QCOM. These are runners, Soxhole. I haven't seen RTX before. Let me look at that. No, I'm not fully on TOS yet. I just got the scanners. I got the charts set up. I'm just waiting for the money to transfer. Right now I'm still on the mighty Moo Moo. But I would like to fully migrate over to TOS because I just like the system a lot better. Then I don't have to go back and forth between TradingView and Moo Moo. Because Moo Moo you can't. I tried. I tried to get Claude to code the ATR onto Moo Moo. But it had a lot of difficulty. Here, now that we pulled up the scanner, I can take that off and share what I'm taking mom out to dinner. Bet. Have a good dinner, Sean. And let me switch my screen so I can show you guys how Friday looked. I believe that's Friday. Yeah. Okay, so these are some things that you can utilize with ATR and pivot ribbon. So I usually do my scalps on the 3-minute time frame. I just find it a lot easier to actually pinpoint your entries. So here's a great example, given the probability of ATRs. So typically when you open above the Golden Gate, which is this level right here, it's the 23.6. You have a higher probability of reaching golden fib, which is right here. So what is that? 736. It's like a $2 move. Here, let me pull up the chat so I can see you guys too. Yeah, but as you saw here, SPY at open, you get that push down and retest towards golden fib or golden gate, and then you get that buy or that long wick, and you just take it to golden fib. And then you can obviously like scale out as soon as you get there and just let it run, try to target other ATRs above. Well, let's see. Yeah, so I mean, you would have got pretty chopped right there. That would have just killed Preem. That's like 12, 11. Yeah. But I mean, that push right there, you just get the retest of Golden Fib and then almost a tap of that intermediate ATR. Level to level, I know it's 70% from here to here. Pretty sure it's 70% from here to here. I'd have to look at the exact. But I know from here, from Golden Gate Close to Golden Fib, which is mainly what I trade, it's 67% or like 65%. So it's higher odds than not. And then you can also like scale it up to monthly or weekly timeframes if you're looking to hold like 2 week DTE or just longer dated expirations, and you can take them based off of that. It just depends on like if you're looking for intraday scalps or if you're looking for, swing trades based on the GG close or the Golden Gate close, and you can take that to Golden Fib from there. And then once you actually like scale out and your position's free, you can take those and target the next ATR level above and ultimately target +1 ATR. And same thing for blow. The same system works. As soon as you get a Golden Gate close, excuse me, for the downside, there's like a 67% chance you get Golden Fib towards the downside. Just based off of what I've seen from Sadie showing or displaying his indicator. But if you guys want to look at other charts, we can too, and show how it actually looks on other names like Q. Yeah. See. Let me make sure I'm not on. Let's see what it looked like on extensions. Where she stopped. Yeah, I typically don't trade extensions though. Aloe, is there any name that you want me to look at? Or anyone? Like Tesla. Tesla was clean too. Right above Golden or surpassed and broke through Golden Gate. You get a little pause here, but then I mean you get a little pause, but then you hit Golden Fib. So even just taking it in the morning from Golden Gate break to Golden Fib, I mean that right there is money. Golden Gate. So right here, so here's a call trigger. So this is usually like I'm bullish leaning for the day if we open above this, and then Golden Gate is that high probability ATR level that can push you towards Golden Fib. Long term plays. Yeah, I can do that. Here, what were we looking at? We're actually looking at Tesla, so that works. No, look at the swing. All right. See if I can find it. Damn. Where the hell did I go? Yep. So here's another illustration of that with Tesla. When we saw that close, so on Thursday we were hovering like right at 406, 407, and then end of day. I got real-time data on if I connect Moo, but I'm not connected right now. And I have it on TOS too. But intraday on Tesla, like you saw that we were hovering around like 405, 406, and then towards the end of the day, we got that push above 408, which is that golden gate that I was explaining. And this is the monthly ATR. So you can see right here down here, starts May 1st at the start of the month. So we got that close end of day or that push above, and then it ended up closing. And then the very next day opened up right at this intermediate level and got that push towards golden fib. I mean, it was a pretty easy play. And it's not like for sure, like obviously it still has a 35% chance of not playing out, but that's your edge. It's a higher probability than not of you hitting golden fib. So that's what I was looking at on Tesla or those longer dated. But you can also do the same thing. Like you can move this to quarterly. So that was just monthly ATR. You can move it to quarterly. Yeah, no, 100%. And that's why, I mean, you could have done longer dated. So I'm not sure exactly how that would have paid out. But I mean, you have the whole month. You're probably, I mean, you could have got like 2 weeks out and targeted 425. I mean, obviously, those are going to be a little bit more expensive, but it's a little bit safer. Do I normally swing options or shares? It depends on the price. Like if it's a $10, asset, then I'll swing shares. But if it's something like 2 weeks till expiration, I don't mind swinging it. But I'm not gonna hold one or two DTE overnight. I usually stick to intraday for the most part. There would be occasional, like with SoFi, where we got it here. I don't think I deleted it. Deleted my charts on it. Here, let me just take this out. Yeah, I didn't delete it yet. So you just saw it range bound right here. This was when I was on the cruise, when we got that push above, and I was pissed. But then we actually went back into the range, and then we got to close again above it. And then you can use ATRs too. I don't think this one has long term. I think it only has position, if I'm not mistaken. Whenever I looked at it last time. Yeah, it doesn't have long term, it just has position. Yep. So even here, like the anchor or the previous close of this quarter, you saw some actually decent demand right here. And then you get that actual close of that range. And then, I mean, you can take it here, but if you want confirmation, you can take it here or take it here. I mean, it truly depends on how you want to trade it. But for me, if I'm taking, 270 days till expiration, I'm just gonna take it here and I'm gonna feel safe. And then you can take it, you can either scale out or you can hold at 2 ATR levels above. I mean, it's completely up to you how you manage the trade. For me, on a longer dated one though, I would look to scale out at 2 ATR levels above. And this isn't perfectly 2 ATR. I mean, you still have like 40 cents, but it's not too crazy. I mean, that move alone, you got a decent pull up on it. Yeah. Yeah. No, 100%. Different different explorations for different, theses or different ideas. Like I'm not going to get like if we get a break right here, yeah, you can risk it for the biscuit and you can try to target 2 ATR levels above on like a week contract, but that's not something I'm comfortable with. Like just based on these ATR levels since they're quarterly, like I'm either going to look for something that's, 3 months out or a little bit more. Like just something that I'm comfortable with. And my target was here, like the 24 mark, a little bit above 24, but 1958 is the level that I had on it. I don't know why it's deleted. Yeah, let's try to look at. Mm, we can even do something that has had a lot of momentum. Yeah, so even this, right? Let's see. So for something that's moving like this, these quarterly ATRs or these long-term ATRs, they're not really going to be helpful because like the ATR is all the way down here. So what you can do is you can move it to swing position or you can move it to weekly and then you can put on extensions from there and use those as targets because I mean this is an extremely high momentum stock. Like even on the monthly time frame, you see that it moves out of this +1 or -1 ATR range pretty easily. Or at least the past couple months it has. So like Uncle Sam was asking whenever he asked me for a breakdown of it, I was like, we most likely see a move outside of +1 ATR just because of the momentum on this name. And then let's try to put on extensions and we can see how it looks. Yeah, so you're getting moves outside of extensions too. Like this name is just insane. Even if you put on, let's put on a 4 hour. Yeah. I mean, it looks fucking insane right now just with all these lines. But as you can see here, these targets that I gave him, these are based on ATR. Oh, my lady may be coming up. Hold on. Be right back. Let me mute this. All right, let's keep this rolling. Miss Gumball is going shopping. Here, let me not skip over Aloe's question. Okay. Do you have any top watches right now? If you do, can you go over your thesis right now and how you would play them? I mean, a majority of them. So since I'm coming back from, exam weeks or exam week, I don't have a top watch right now. It's just more or less going through the scans and trying to find something. I mean, I know CSIQ and solar names, I think they run up into the summer. So I think that's worth a play. Yeah, he is. But right now, just getting back into the mix of things, it's more or less just trying to get a read on the market and figure out what kind of plays we can take advantage of or what kind of opportunities present themselves to us. So we'll switch today. Is there anything you guys like want me to look at? Like, is there any plays that you guys had in mind? Yeah, see, this was just an insane day. Like it literally opened up at, I mean, it pretty much opened up at +1 ATR. Olive's been grinding, dude. Entry criteria. So let's say like on a 3-minute scalp, you can look for resistance at this Golden Gate level, like just like on SPY on Friday, and you can take it off of that and you can just target that. But majority of the time, if you get pullbacks, like you want to look for pullbacks into this pivot, this ribbon, and you can take it from there because the ribbon's the same as the EMAs. It just shows you VAMI potentials, and I can show you what a VAMI looks like. Yeah, yeah, I can do that, Aloe. Yeah, so here's a VAMI that we got on Thursday, and Aloe saw this too. But here's a good way to look at it. So you get this breakdown, the 3-minute, we're just chopping inside of this box, this trigger box, and we're not getting any movement or directional movement. So you see this VAMI right here, you see the nose of it. We get that breakdown, we get a rejection of the put trigger, and you get that pullback right into this ribbon and also at this level. And you can take puts right here, and you can target 2 ATR levels below. So you get 1, 2. And then you can take runners to other ATR levels. But usually 2 ATR levels below is a good target. And this is just according to Sadi's data. This is typically what he does. So I just trade his system. And stops, are you taking trims at 1 ATR? So 1 ATR is right here. Like this is -1 ATR and this is +1 ATR. Whenever I say ATR like levels, it's just level to level. These can be ATR levels, but this is the 23.6. I mean, the first one past the entry point. Oh, like right here? Like if I took it in on this ribbon? Yeah. I mean, you can. You definitely can. I mean, usually I do if I'm being honest. It just depends on the percentage that the actual contract makes. Like if it's not at 50, I'm not gonna scale out yet. I'm gonna wait for it to actually hit 50 and then scale out. But it's really just dependent on how the contracts move, depending on how the actual asset moves. But here, let's do what Ala was asking. Yeah. So daily just shows intraday ATRs. Multi-day, you can use it for the week. So these are weekly ATRs. Those are pretty good on the 1 hour. Here, let's just take this off. Made it a lot easier for me. Set it up nice and pretty. Yeah, so these are weekly ATRs, and even these are pretty good. You can see we get that open right at Golden Gate. You can target Golden Fib I mean, it's a nice little $4 move. And then let's do this. This is multi-day. So those are for the month. Those are monthly ATRs. You can see here it starts May 1st and then it will end at the end of the month. You can use 1 hour, 2 hour. I think 4 hours a little crowded on it. Yeah, I mean, there's not much to read here. I mean, you can, but I like being able to see more with price. So 1 hour is pretty good on this for the monthly. This is quarterly, and then this is yearly, but we'll take a look at quarterly, show where we're at. Now, quarterly, you can use 4 hour if you want. Yeah, see, we're already past +1 ATR, which is right here, right where we were chopping, where I drew this range. And then let's look at yearly ATR. Let's see where we're at on that. And you can usually move to the day on that. So we'll start the start of the year, January 2nd, and then we'll just keep going for the year. See if we get a move past +1 ATR. But even here, I mean, you see at Golden Gate, we get that gap up. We touch Golden Gate, we reject, and then we're just range bound. And then eventually we get that retest right here, right to the intermediate level, range bound a couple days, pop to Golden Gate or Golden Fib. Sorry. Bet. Night, Jeremy. So it's really just dependent on how you actually want to take these trades. And even this is kind of crazy. It's just range bound within the anchor and the call trigger. Cool. Love you, hon. See you later. All right. Your stream is still running. Wait, can you guys see the screen? Okay. Never mind. It looks like you still can. So yeah, Aloe, I hope that helped. Are you trying to find like what exactly would help if you have any questions about it? Oh, can't do 10-minute on this. Yeah, that's that's just insane. Yeah, definitely use if you're looking for monthly swings, use the monthly ATRs. Anything outside of that, you can scale up into position mode or long term. It honestly just depends on how long you're willing to wait on these plays to actually play out, and it's all dependent on what you see. But I just know with the system, it correlates on all time frames as far as Golden Gate goes. So I know that's our bread and butter when using this system. You can always take a Golden Gate close to Golden Fib, and that will close out. Weekly levels and monthly. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I can definitely do that. So here's the settings. So this is what I typically stay on if I'm trading intraday. And then here's this. And then for my intermediate colors, usually they're gray. I just turn mine to red. I find it easier to actually look at it. And then all these are going to be checked. You can have the table on, table off. I like to see the table. Excuse me. One thing, 1 hour. Yeah, and you can also use these like the quarterly, like these quarterly ATR levels. You can use them as pivots as well. You just have to be able to spot them. So that's monthly, that's quarterly. Spy, I feel like this could be pretty hard to. Oh, here, we're on the 3 minute. That's not going to do anything. Yeah, spy's just disgusting. But you can just see here, like on the quarterly. Sorry, I'm just so stuffed. But on the quarterly, this call trigger, you see that's pretty. I mean, you get multiple taps and push downs, and you can just put it right here. You know, this is a quarterly pivot right here, this level. And then you get that in the next quarter. You can see you get the. Let me line it up perfectly, or try to. Yep. And then you get that rejection off of this ATR level. You get a hold above previous quarter call trigger, and you can take that joint however far you want, whatever your intraday targets are, or weekly, depending on what you use it for. I don't know if SATA uses it like that, but that's how I use it. That's how I like it. Yeah, dude, I got you. I would have been more prepared, but I didn't know I was talking. But I still love it. Either way, I got to get better at it. Why, thank you, sir. I mean, I got a 92 for public speaking. I don't have a damn clue how. I'm horrible with public speaking. Oh, there we go. I don't know if it changes that. Yeah, that's insane. Completion by 20 day 20, 73 to 77. Yeah, and you can get all of his stuff for. Nope. I mean, that's typically how I trade.